Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Kristen Hansen, and this is Goddess Imagine, a transformational yoga and modern metaphysical studio. Welcome back to the channel. I'm so excited to be here today with you because I have another yoga class. Today's session is titled Into the Shadow, Yoga as the Alchemy. This is a practice of learning to develop profound courage and compassion for our shadow as we experience radical transformation and ascension through our shadow work on the mat. Our shadow self is a part of ourself that exists deep within our subconscious mind and contains the beliefs and behaviors and characteristics that we don't like to acknowledge or don't like to accept. But at the same time, they can hold positive qualities that, when utilized appropriately, can actually turn out to be our greatest strengths. When we talk about doing shadow work, we're going into the mind, body, and spirit. We're delving deeper down into ourselves and discovering and acknowledging those parts of ourselves that we don't really care for and releasing the negativity around it, but then capturing the positiveness of it and using that energy to move us forward with powerful intent. Each and every one of us has a shadow, right? Examples of our shadow qualities would be something like selfishness or laziness or greed, not picking up after ourselves, being complacent. What happens though over time is that negativity can manifest, begin to take a life on its own. We begin having harsh judgments of other people. It can turn into rage or self-sabotage or projecting our thoughts and beliefs onto other people, because what we're doing is mirroring. Because we have aspects of ourself we don't like or want to acknowledge, somewhere in our knowing, we know that it's there. And when we see it in other people, we're repulsed by it, right? Aside from obvious criminal things. But when we see people behaving in a certain way, we want to suppress it, we want to stop it, we want to make it go away. Sometimes we end up attacking it, right? So we do this work to release that negativity of our shadow self, but accept the positive. When we hear the word alchemy, alchemy is an ancient term to describe an ancient practice where early scientists and chemists came up with this magical process that took the worst of metals, or lead, and turned them into the purest of metals, or gold. When we say yoga as the alchemy, we're using the metaphor of turning lead into gold for taking our deepest and darkest qualities and turning them into our greatest strengths. We're using the magic of yoga, the ancient practice of yoga, where we can utilize the poses and the breath work and the meditation, the savasana, all of the things, that magical process, to take our shadow self and turn those aspects into our finest qualities, right? We're still on that journey of learning to up level and transform into our higher self and learning to live that life that we've always imagined. And in order to continue on that journey, we have to learn to love the whole self. We can't just love a part of ourselves. We have to learn to accept who we are as a person, release the negativity, release the trauma and drama, and then go forward living our best life. That's the basis of our practice today. We will be doing another reclined savasana. So if you have a towel for underneath your head or a pillow, maybe a bolster for underneath your knees, you can go ahead and grab that. Also, if you have your blocks handy, you want to take those too. And when you're ready, I will meet you on the mat. All right, as we come into our practice, we come to sit in the center of our mat, tucking our feet underneath us in Sukhasana, or easy pose, and then bring our hands around our hips as we come into a tall seat. We stack our head over our heart, over our hips as we align the spine. We've been working to draw the shoulders down and away from our chin, finding space, elongating the neck. We also hold our stomach in nice and tight to support us, and give ourselves a moment to come into our practice. We get ourselves situated on the mat, feeling comfortable in our pose. And as we begin to settle in, then we can release our hands, open our palms to the universe, and begin to close our eyes down. As we begin to sink down into our shadow self, exploring our own inner darkness, looking to discover what new lights lie within. As we step into this time and space, this time and place, we open the door to the spiritual realm from the mundane world, and we park all of our mundane concerns at the door. We take all of our outward attention and turn it inwards towards ourselves. And we open the mind, body, and spirit to infinite possibilities. As we inhale, release the hands, bring them high overhead. Palms come together as we exhale, come to prayer hands at our chest. Here, we take a moment to invite our higher power and our spiritual team to join us. We connect with our inner goddess. We embrace our divine feminine energy. And we call down the great goddess Hecate to join us, sharing with us her light, her wisdom, and her strength as she guides us on this most intimate journey of self-discovery. And we can also take a moment to set a personal intention for this class of what you'd like to achieve from your work today. And I'll give us a moment to do that. When we're finished, we bow and say, "So mote it be." Then we come to rise, open our eyes, place our hands on our knees for our pranayama. Today, our exercise is called the breath box, and it's a series of 4 steps done in 4 counts. We always begin our pranayama with taking a deep breath in through the nose, then we exhale through the mouth, and then go on to our practice. For the breath box, we'll be inhaling through the nose for a count of 4. We hold for 4, exhale for 4, and then rest for 4. I'll do a demo first, and then we can do 2 rounds together. If you're not able to inhale or exhale or hold for that whole 4 seconds, then you can work whatever is in your wheelhouse for you. This is just a practice that's easy implementable into any way that's fit for you. Okay, so feel free to join at your level. Also, if you have sinus and not able to breathe through the nose, then you can modify through your mouth. All right, I'll go first and then we'll do it together. So we sit up nice and tall. We begin by deep breath in through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Then we begin. Inhale through the nose for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, rest for 4. See? Okay, let's do it together. We begin, inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Beautiful. We inhale through the nose for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, rest for 4. See? You got it. Now let's do it again. We take a full breath in through the nose, exhale through the mouth, inhale through the nose for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, rest for 4. Beautiful, very well done. And this is excellent at helping us calm the central nervous system, bring us into a deeper state of focus, and really set our attention down into this very sacred work that we are doing. Let's begin with our warm-up. We come back to our tall seat, drawing our shoulders down. As we turn to look over our right shoulder, keeping the chest and stomach forward as we simply turn our head within our own range of motion. As we inhale, we lift the chin slightly upward as we turn our head over to the left shoulder. From our left shoulder, we exhale, lift the chin, and we come back to the right. From our right shoulder, inhale, dip the chin to the chest. Relax the shoulders as we turn our head to the left. From our left shoulder, we exhale, dip the chin, and bring ourselves back to the right. Beautiful. Let the shoulders fall. We come back to our right shoulder, bringing our eyes back to center for shoulder rolls. Inhale, roll the shoulders forward, lift them up to the ears. Exhale, draw the shoulders down your spine. Inhale, roll the shoulders forward, lift them up to the ears. Exhale, roll them down the spine. One more time. Inhale, roll the shoulders forward, lift them up to the ears. Exhale, bring them down the spine. Beautiful. Do you feel that stretch? I always feel like I got so much more length in my neck. Next is our head tilts, and we can stay in this seat, and when I cue, we can turn our head to the right or to the left, or tilt our head to the right or the left. Or we can do shoulder back bound hands, bringing our hands behind us, interlacing the fingers, and then drawing those shoulder blades down our spine. We take the hands and put them alongside the right hip and tuck the right elbow in. From our tall seat, inhale through the nose, and then exhale, we tilt the right ear to the right shoulder. This is a big opening for the body. We can close our eyes here as we hold this pose just for a few breaths. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Beautiful. Bring ourselves back to center. Release the hands behind us. Now we bring them over to the left. Tuck the left elbow in as we come back to our tall seat. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, tilt the left ear to the left shoulder. Close our eyes down here for a few breaths. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Beautiful. Bring ourselves back to center. Release our hands. Give them a little bit of a shake as we come into our opening flow. And this is a little bit slower down version. When doing shadow work, I like to bring the practice down just a little bit more deeper, a little slower, a little more purposeful, that we fully feel each pose. We're fully opening and getting into the fullest expression of the pose. All right, so we bring our hands down around our sides, draw the shoulders back. Inhale, lift our hands up high overhead as we reach for the stars. Sink the sits bones into the mat as we reach up as high as we can. And then we exhale, bring the hands down to our sides. Inhale, lift our hands all the way up to the stars, sinking our backside as we reach up as high as we can. Exhale, bring the hands down. Beautiful. Left hand goes on the mat as we inhale. We bring the right bicep to the right ear. Exhale, we breathe out. Pull the right shoulder back, lift our eyes to the sky. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Then bring our right hand back down to the ground. Beautiful. Inhale. Lift our hands all the way back up. Exhale. We bring them down. Right hand goes on the mat as we inhale. Left bicep to the left ear. Exhale. We breathe out. Pull the left shoulder back. Lift our eyes to the sky. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Beautiful. Bring that left hand down. Now we add a twist. Inhale. Lift our hands up high overhead as we turn to the right. Exhale. Open to a twist. Pull the right shoulder back. Use your left hand to levy yourself into this twist. Lift the chest upward as you hold the stomach in tight and bring our chin parallel to the mat. Relax the thighs and allow yourself to twist deep as we hold here for a few breaths. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Beautiful. Inhale, lift our hands up overhead as we turn to the left. Exhale, open to a twist. Pull the left shoulder back. Use the right hand to levy you. Lift the chest, hold the stomach tight, and bring the chin even with the mat. We hold here for a few breaths as we sink into our twist. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Inhale, lift our hands up high overhead. Then exhale, swing the hands behind us, roll the shoulders open as we lift our eyes and chest to the sky. Draw the shoulders down away from the jaw. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Beautiful. Slowly bring the hands all the way up high overhead. Exhale, bring them down around your sides. Beautiful. Turn to face the top of the mat and extend the legs out long in front of you. Maybe give them a little bit of a shake because they've been sitting up underneath us. And then widen the feet as far as you comfortably can for our wide-legged seated forward fold. Bring the hands down around your hips as we come back into our tall seat. We can have a bend in the knee, but lift the toes up to the sky. As we inhale, lift our hands all the way back up, pull the biceps back, and as we exhale, we come forward from the hips, bringing our hands down to the ground. Draw the shoulders away from the ears as we elongate the neck, and slowly begin to bring our upper body down towards the mat. We pause here for a few breaths. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Walk ourselves back to an upright position. Hands come back around the hips as we lift the chest. Inhale, lift the hands up high overhead. Pull the biceps back. Exhale, forward fold from the hips. Beautiful. Lift those toes up to the sky. Elongate the neck. You can even walk yourself out a little further if you have space. This is a deep opening in the hips. This practice is heavy in a heart opening, with heart opening poses and with the hips. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Beautiful. Walk ourselves back to an upright position. Tuck the feet back up underneath you, and we come up over our legs into our tabletop position. Take a moment to make sure everything is all tucked in. Nothing's going to fly out on us. Hands come underneath the shoulders, knees come underneath the hips. Press into the palms, roll the elbow, eyes forward. Lower the stomach down to the ground as we lift the eyes and tailbone high. Breathe in through the nose And then exhale, press into the palms and slowly bring your spine up to the sky. Maybe gently rocking back and forth, working all those kinks out of our back. Inhale, lower the stomach, shine the eyes forward. Exhale, shine the spine high. Inhale, dip deep down into cow. Exhale, lift high into cat. Inhale, lower down deep into our shadow. Exhale, raise high into our light. Beautiful. One more round. Inhale, we lower the stomach, shine your beautiful face forward. Exhale, shine the spine high. Excellent. Well done. Bring ourselves back to a neutral spine for our side arm raise. Thread the needle combination. We begin. Take the right hand, reach underneath us as we inhale, and float that right hand up to the sky, lifting it all the way up as high as we can. Widening the shoulders, we elongate the neck out as we reach all the way up to the stars. When we've reached as high as we can go, then we exhale and float the fingertips back down to the ground. Inhale, reach underneath us again, float the right hand back up to the sky. Widen the shoulders, taking it all the way up. Elongate our neck out. Now, once we've reached as far as we can go, set your eyes up to your fingertips, and as we exhale, our eyes follow our hands on that descent. As we curve the wrist and we thread the needle for a deep twist, and then slowly lower that shoulder down to the mat. If you're like me and the shoulder doesn't reach, we use the left hand to support our head and neck. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Beautiful. Press into that left hand to lift the body. Bring our right hand back to the ground. Well done. Let's change sides to the left. Reach underneath us with our left hand as we inhale. We float that up to the sky. Every day we practice this. Every day we find space, releasing negativity as we find flexibility. Once we've reached as high as we can go, exhale, float the fingertips all the way back down to the ground. Bringing our hands back to the mat one more time as we inhale. Float our left hand back up to the sky. Elongate the neck as we widen the shoulders, lifting up as high as we can go. Stay with me. Once we've reached that limit, bring your eyes up to your fingertips. And as we exhale, begin that descent down. Let your eyes follow the hand as we thread the needle. We curve that palm as we reach down and twist deep in the waist to bring that left shoulder down towards the mat. Use your right hand to support you if you need it. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Beautiful. Press into that right hand, lift the body, bring the left hand back to the mat. Awesome. Widen our knees to the edge of the mat as we inhale, bring the soles of the feet together for our wide-legged child's pose. And as we exhale, we send the hips back and then extend the arms outward. If you're unable to sink the backside low like this, we can come up on our elbows and still get that opening in the hips where we need it, or we can take a block and put it under our backside for support, and then over time, we can find that space to lower our body down. Once we're there, walk the hands out long in front of you, roll the fingertips into the mat, and then we begin to lower ourselves down towards the mat. And as we pause here, I invite you to repeat after me. I boldly face my dark side. I boldly face my dark side. I fear nothing that is within me. I fear nothing that is within me. You and I that have made it this far in life as we have, we've had to rely on ourselves in many, many ways. Now it's time to take those aspects of self and turn it to our greatest strengths. So mote it be. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Inhale as we come to rise, bring the knees together. Exhale, shift the hips forward to upward facing dog. Press into the palms, roll the elbow eyes forward, lift the chin. Release the glutes and the thighs as we bring that beautiful face forward. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Beautiful. Inhale, send the hips back, widen out the knees. Exhale, wide-legged child's pose. Walk the hands out long. Roll the fingertips out and press each one into the mat. We can imagine positive energy flowing up through the earth right into our root chakra, coming up through our midline of energy, wrapping around each of the chakras, removing the trauma and the drama and the damage and dysfunction, taking it right out into the universe to be recycled for our highest good. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Beautiful. Inhale as we come to rise, bring the knees together. Exhale, upward facing dog. Press into your palms, lift the body. Sparkle that beautiful face. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Awesome. Now we send the hips back. We're going to come back just a little bit for our puppy dog pose, or sometimes called heart opener pose. Okay. Widen the knees just to there, right underneath the hips, and then walk our hands out, coming down onto our forearms as we begin to sink our chest down towards the mat. Hold the stomach in tight. As we pause here for a few breaths and just let everything go. Everything you came into this practice with today, any worries, any concerns, just let it all lift away from your body. The pain, the suffering, the sorrow, whatever it is, release it from your heart out into the universe. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Awesome. Now we prepare to shift forward into Sphinx pose. Very carefully shift forward onto your elbows, lowering the body down to the mat, easy with the pelvis. Bring the knees and the feet together, and then widen your elbows about an inch, and then maybe move them forward just a little bit. Because we don't have that intense stretch flexibility in us yet, because we're still in that beginner stage, we sometimes have to move a little bit on the mat, but we want to bring our elbows under our shoulders for Sphinx pose. As we inhale, draw the shoulders down away from the ears, relax the legs, and then exhale, we lift our heads forward. You can lift as high as what you comfortably can. Some of you may be here, some of you may be at different heights. Wherever it is excellent for you. Draw the shoulders back. We're working to bring that chin parallel to the mat as we come into full Sphinx pose. This is a strong heart opener pose here, letting our bravery, our courage, our strength, our love and our light shine. We're learning to love ourselves for exactly who we are. We are learning to love ourselves for exactly who we are. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Beautiful. Lower yourself down to the ground slowly as we inhale. Bring your hands around your chest. Press up into tabletop. Turn the toes down. Exhale, send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Great. Awesome job. Good work. Press the heels down into the mat. Relax the shoulders as we open up for the next stage of our practice, taking what we need here. And then we widen our feet about a foot or so on the mat. Press back on the shoulders as we let the heels fall down towards the mat. And we bring ourselves to a place of stillness for a few breaths. Awesome. Bring our feet together in the center of the mat and then take about a half a step forward. Bend the knees as we bring our eyes to the top of the mat and maybe finding just a little bit of a hop for that one day that we leap to the top of the mat. Maybe seeing if there's just a little lift in those feet. Then we casually stroll to the top of the mat, leaving our fingertips connected. Root the heels into the ground as we inhale, root to rise. Lift our hands all the way up to the stars. Exhale, we come into goddess arms. Pull our forearms back, lift our eyes and our chest to the sky. And I invite you to repeat after me. I welcome my ascension. I welcome my ascension. So mote it be. Bring our hands together in prayer. As we come to prayer, hands at our chest, take a moment to ground. Slowing the breath down, preparing for 2 rounds of sun salutations. Be a little bit of a different, slower pose. Bring our hands down around our sides to begin. Bring the shoulders back. Inhale, bend the knees and lift our hands up high overhead. Exhale, sink into chair. Inhale, swing the arms up and back, working on that extension. Exhale for a wide arm, deep forward fold. Bending the knees, bringing the knees as close as we can to our chest. Inhale, come to halfway lift, draw the shoulders back. Exhale, deep forward fold. Inhale, look down, step back with your right foot. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. We can lower to our knees. Exhale, chaturanga to the ground. Inhale, rise up to cobra. Bring the shoulders back. Exhale, back to the ground. Inhale, we come up to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step up with our right foot. Exhale, bring up the left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, deep forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, lifting our hands up to the stars. Exhale, sink into chair. Inhale, swing the arms up and back into our extension. Exhale, wide arm, deep forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, deep forward fold. Inhale, look down, step back with your left foot. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. We can lower to our knees. Exhale, chaturanga to the mat. Inhale, rise up to cobra. Exhale, lower to the ground. Press into plank as we breathe in. Downward facing dog as we breathe out. Inhale, step up with the left foot. Exhale, bring up the right. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, deep forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, lift the hands up high. Exhale, sink into chair. Inhale, swing the arms up and back in our extension. Exhale for a wide arm, deep forward fold. Beautiful, you got this. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, deep forward fold. Inhale, look down, step back with your right foot. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, we come forward to plank. Exhale, chaturanga, the whole body down to the ground. Inhale, rise up to cobra. Exhale, back to the mat. Press into plank as we inhale. Downward facing dog as we exhale. Inhale, step up with the right foot. Exhale, bring up the left. Inhale, we come to halfway lift. Exhale, deep forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Last round, bring the hands up high. Exhale, sink into chair. Inhale, swing the arms up and back. Exhale for a wide arm, deep forward fold. Inhale, lift to come to halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look down, step back with our left foot. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, chaturanga to the mat. Inhale, rise up to cobra. Exhale, back to the ground. Press up into plank as we breathe in. Downward facing dog as we breathe out. Inhale, step up with the left foot. Exhale, bring up the right. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, lift the hands up high overhead. Exhale, wide arm, deep forward fold to the mat. Step back with the right foot, step back with the left foot. Downward facing dog. Beautiful. Well done, my darlings. Well done. Just a little bit of a different flow. So we prepare to move forward in our practice coming into Warrior Two. Take a moment to get our breath, get our wits about us here. As we inhale, step up with our right foot to the top of the mat, parallel the back foot to the back of the mat, and then we exhale, come all the way up into Warrior Two. Take a moment to come into your pose. Widen the arms out with intention. Let your energy radiate through your fingertips as you draw those shoulders down away from your ears. Lift the chest. And take a moment to feel that connection to your inner warrior. Feel that inner badass within you, brewing up that positive energy. All those characteristics that have been squelched out of the way, we're going to raise up those positive aspects of yourself. And repeat after me. I have compassion towards myself as I create space for my healing. I have compassion for myself as I create space for my healing. Turn to look over your right hand. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Here we go. Inhale, flip the palm, ease back to reverse warrior. Exhale, Warrior Two. Inhale, come back to reverse warrior. Exhale, Warrior Two. Inhale, bend the right elbow, place it on the right knee. As you exhale, rotate the left arm up into extended side angle. Pull that left shoulder over the right as we elongate the neck out. We can flip the palm and bring the arm over at a 45-degree angle if you choose. And then we pull that arm back to try to look up to the sky. Take a full breath in. You got this. Stay with me. Take a full breath out. Beautiful. Inhale, slowly ease right back to reverse warrior. Exhale, come to a standing T. Get your balance for triangle pose. We shift to the right as we inhale. Exhale, come down into triangle. Option to grab our block, place it alongside our ankle to help us come into this pose, or we can use our shin. Elongate the neck as you stack the left shoulder over the right, finding space, and we can turn the eyes down to the ground or lift them all the way up to the sky. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Beautiful. Inhale, we come up to a standing T. Exhale, place your hands on your hips. We're transitioned right into goddess pose. The right toes are already facing forward. So we inhale, we can adjust that foot slightly. As we turn that left heel in, take a moment to align the feet if you need to. Then we exhale, come right down into a squat. A little bit of a different transition, little challenge. We can stay here, or we can lift the hands up high overhead and come to prayer hands at our chest. Here we can take a moment to connect with our inner goddess, drawing down the energy of the great Hecate right into us, tapping into her strength and wisdom, allowing her to lead us on this sacred journey. And we hold here for a breath. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. You got this. We come to rise, place the hands back on the hips, turn back the left heel, turn back the right. We can reach down, move this block out of our way, making sure our toes are aligned. Bring the hands behind you, interlace the fingers and draw the hands down. Look up to the sky as we inhale, forward fold from the hips as we exhale. Release your hands down to the mat, widen the heels, and then walk your hands close to the V. Keep your hands underneath the shoulders. If you want to borrow your blocks to bridge that gap, you certainly can. And we bring our crown down towards the earth. We pause here for a moment. Let all that blood rush up into our brain. As we take a full breath in and a full breath out. Beautiful. We'll walk right over to lizard lunge. As we inhale, we come to rise, walk to the top of the mat, pivot that right foot over and then shimmy it. Pivot that back foot, bring the hands over, exhale. We drop right into lizard lunge. Press into all four corners of the palms. This is a deep hip opener pose. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. As we pause here for a moment, releasing that trauma and drama, all in from around our hip area. Take a deep breath in, you got this, and a deep breath out. Beautiful. Reach over with your right hand as you inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. You got this. Inhale. Shift forward for our vinyasa. We come to our push-up, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Excellent. Now we do the other side. Inhale, step up with our left foot to the top of the mat. Parallel the back foot to the back of the mat as we exhale and open right up into warrior two. Beautiful. Send the arms out long and with purpose. Radiate energy out through your fingertips. Draw the shoulders down. Take a moment to come into your pose. Feel your feet underneath you. Dig into the mat. Hold the core tight as we tap into our own inner warrior. Inhale, flip the palm, come back to reverse warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, come back to reverse warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, bend the left elbow, place it on the left knee. As we exhale, rotate our right arm up into extended side angle. Pull that right shoulder over the left as we elongate our neck. Option two, flip the palm, bring our hand over to 45-degree angle. Stay with me as we pull that shoulder back and bring our eyes up to the sky. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Beautiful. Now, inhale, ease back gently right into reverse warrior. Exhale, we come to a standing T. Get your balance for triangle pose. Set your shoulders down. Inhale, shift to the left. Exhale, triangle pose. Option to grab your block or use your shin. Pull that right shoulder over the left, elongate the neck, relax the legs. We can turn our eyes to where they're most comfortable. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Beautiful. Inhale, come up to a standing T. Exhale, bring our hands to our hips, preparing for goddess pose, different transition. Adjust the feet slightly on the left. As we inhale, turn in that right heel. Find your spacing. Hands on the hips as we exhale, come down into a goddess squat. We can stay here or bring the hands up high overhead and come down to prayer hands at our chest. We connect to our inner goddess, draw down Hecate right into us, bowing her strengths. We hold here for a few breaths. Stay with me. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Come to rise, bring our hands to our hips, turn back the left heel, turn back the right, make sure your toes are aligned. I'm knock-kneed, so I always look so weird in everything I do like this. Bring the hands behind you, interlace the fingers, pull the shoulder blades down. Look up to the sky as we inhale. Forward fold from the hips as we exhale. Beautiful. Lower your hands down to the ground, all elegance and grace. Pure beauty on the mat. Walk your hands as close as you can to your V and lower that crown down towards the ground. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Awesome. We come to rise as we walk to the top of the mat. We inhale for lizard lunge. Pivot that left foot over, walk over with our hands. Exhale as we drop right into lizard lunge. Press into the palms, roll the elbow eyes forward. It's a big stretch, a big opening in the body, but a big chance for releasement. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. And maybe just enjoying yourself for a few moments in life and doing something so positive for yourself as even beginning to think about journeying into your shadow side. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Beautiful. Reach over with your left hand as you inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. You got this. Inhale, shift forward into our vinyasa. We come to upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Well done, my children. Beautiful. Come down to our knees. Send the hips back into child's pose. Well done. Well done, my ladies. I am so proud of you. Look at you out here, kicking ass like a boss bee do. Damn straight. This is our time. Let's take a full breath in together. Exhale, let's breathe it out. Beautiful. Walk yourself up here for a moment with me. Our peak pose today is pigeon pose. And I chose pigeon pose because this class involves both heart opening and hip opening. We're focusing on the root chakra and the heart chakra, and pigeon pose does both. It opens up the hips and it opens up the chest. So I thought this would be an awesome time to introduce this pose. It is an advanced pose, the full version of it, but we will be doing the beginner version. Traditionally, you'll see the shin across the top of the mat, but we'll be doing it with the leg underneath us. I'll do a demo of one side, and then we will do it together. So we come to downward facing dog. And we inhale, lift the right foot up behind us, but we bring the right knee forward in between our hands as we inhale. Exhale, send the back leg long. As you see, I've got my leg underneath me. Traditionally, this lower part of the leg is across the top, but I'm not there yet in my practice. If you are more than welcome to take that full pose. Then we press into our hands, roll the elbow eyes forward, sink that pelvis down, and then lift our eyes forward. Option to come up on our fingertips if you have a little bit more flexibility. And then we lower down, we come to prayer hands and finish from there. All right. If this isn't in your wheelhouse, and you can come down into child's pose, tabletop, downward facing dog, or maybe another pose that you feel called to do. So here we go. Inhale, step up with the right foot behind you. Bring the right knee to the top of the mat. Exhale, send the left leg long. Press into the palms, roll the elbow eyes forward as we lift our eyes forward. Press, you can either press into our hands, lift up on our fingertips, draw the shoulders down. As we take a moment here to connect to ourselves, and I invite you to repeat after me. I integrate my shadow with grace and ease. I integrate my shadow with grace and ease, pure elegance and excellence. And we lower ourselves down to our forearms. Come to prayer hands at the top of the mat, lower our head down. And what I say is, I release all of the people, places, and things that do not serve my highest good. I release all of the people, places, and things that do not serve my highest good. We do not have to know every single thing that's happened to us. We can release the pain, we can release the suffering, so mote it be. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. We come back onto the palms of our hands to come back to downward facing dog. As we inhale, turn the left toes down and extend that left leg. As we exhale, press into our hands and lift ourselves right back up to downward facing dog. You can come back into tabletop or child's pose in between. If you need that reset, that's perfectly fine. You can pause and come back to me. Otherwise, we inhale, lift the left foot up behind us, but bring the left knee to the top of the mat. Exhale as we send the right leg down long. Press into the palms or lift up on our fingertips as we draw the shoulders down away from our ears and bring our eyes forward. Lower that pelvis down to the mat as we pause here for a moment and say, I integrate my shadow with grace and ease. I integrate my shadow with grace and ease, pure elegance and excellence. Lower ourselves down to our forearms. Palms come together as we lower our head. I release all of the people, places, and things that do not serve my highest good. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Beautiful. Come back on our palms. As we inhale, turn the right toes down, extend that right leg. Exhale, send ourselves back up to downward facing dog. Well done. Lower down to our knees, send the hips back into child's pose just for a brief moment. Give ourselves a little reset, maybe a little bit of a wiggle. And then we turn to face the top of the mat as we do a brief cool down and prepare for our Savasana. If you'd like to bring yourself down as close as you can to the edge of the mat. And in a moment, we'll take our towel or pillow. I wouldn't recommend putting a pillow underneath your head because we still have a little bit of cool down when we get down to the mat. But once we settle into Savasana, then you can put the bolster underneath your knees and something underneath your head. We come to a seated staff pose, hands back around the hips, spine nice and tall. Inhale, lift the hands up high overhead. Exhale, forward fold. We can bend the knees for a deep forward fold if that feels better to you. Coming down closer to your body, send our toes up to the sky. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Walk ourselves back up. Inhale, lift the hands up high. Exhale, forward fold, your choice. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Straighten our legs as we come to rise. Take the right foot, cross it over the left knee, and then rotate the right arm behind you as we come into half Lord of the Fishes. Inhale, lift the left hand up to the sky, then cross the left elbow on the inside of the right knee. We come to a simple Gyan Mudra, and then we gently press up against that right knee. Bring our chin parallel to the mat as we exhale and turn to look over our shoulder. Simple range of motion turn. We're not looking up or down. We're keeping our chin parallel. Lifting the chest, sending the left toes up to the sky. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Beautiful. Release the left arm, release the right leg, give them both a shake. Come back to rise. This time, take the left foot, cross it over the right knee, then rotate the left arm behind you. Inhale, lift the right hand up to the sky, and then cross the right elbow down on the inside of the left knee. Come to a Gyan Mudra, and then gently press that elbow up against the knee. As we exhale, lift the chin parallel to the mat and turn to look over our shoulder. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Beautiful. Release the right arm, release the left leg, give them both a shake. Come back to our central seat and adjust our backside for bound angle. Bring the soles of the feet together and then work them as close as you can to the midline of the body. The focus is with the feet is we want to press the outer edges of the feet together to allow the knees to fall, to really open up the hips. I have a bony butt, so I have to adjust my backside. I don't have a lot of fullness to sit on to support me. If this is something that causes a lot of tension, you can take the blocks, turn to face the side of the mat, and then use the blocks underneath to support the weight on both sides. But on my tile, they slide. So once we bring the heels as close as we can, as we inhale, interlace the fingers, wrap them around the toes, press the soles of the feet together, draw the shoulders down, lift the eyes forward. As we exhale, press the outer edges of the feet together, let the knees fall to the ground. We can close our eyes down here for a moment and just let the universe help us release all of the trauma and the drama, the damage and dysfunction from deep within our shadow, deep within our hips, deep within the mind, body, and spirit. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Beautiful. Bring ourselves back up, give our knees a little bit of a hug as we prepare for our descent into Savasana. I'm going to take my blanket here. Give me 1 minute to open this up. Lay it at the top of my mat. Of course, it's going to give me trouble right now. Any other time it works just fine. All right. Give our legs a little bit of a shake. We come forward and we lower ourselves down. I'm going to take my clip out of my hair too, real quick. If you have anything in your hair, We come forward, give the legs a little bit of a shake, and then slowly lower ourselves down vertebrae by vertebrae all the way down to the ground. Once we're here, we can move our hair out of the way to the side as we come into our reclined position. From here, we lift the knees, come onto the small of our back, bring our hands to our knees, and give ourselves a little bit of a squeeze. We can just use the hands. If you can wrap your hands around that part of yourself. If you like to rock back and forth or rock up and down, that's fine for me. Whatever feels best for you. We can also place our hands on our knees and do some small back massages, just rotating the knees in a clockwise position. And then going in the opposite counterclockwise. And bringing ourselves back to center. This is a modified version of Happy Baby because many of us have had so much trauma and drama. Widening the legs open can sometimes be very uncomfortable for women like us. So what we can do is reach down, grab our ankles, and have our feet gently covering our private areas. This way, we can still open up the hips, let the knees fall to the side, and still experience that openness and releasement while covering our private areas. We can stay here for a few breaths. Release our hands, bring our knees back together. Lower the feet down to the mat, extend the legs out long. Reach the hands high up overhead. Extend the fingertips as far as you can as you point the toes down. We take a deep breath in, and when we do, we stretch ourselves as far as we can as we exhale. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale, tug of war, stretch. Finding length in our body, drawing the shoulders away from our ears. And relax. One more time. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, tug of war, stretch. Excellent. Release your hands, bring them down around your sides. Let the feet fall open at their own ease. I have an affirmation and a question. The affirmation is, I am cultivating self-love by embracing my imperfections. I am creating self-love by embracing my imperfections. As we lie here together, what imperfections will you be learning to embrace as you go forward? And we lie here together and contemplate that. All right, we bring ourselves back to the here and now. Of course, you're more than welcome to stay longer. But for the rest of us, we bring back with us everything that we've learned in this class, any awakening, any awareness, anything at all that we've learned for our positive self-growth. We embrace that information and inspiration and bring it back with us to utilize for our highest good. Let's take a full breath in together. Exhale, we breathe it out. Awesome. Now, whatever side you're on, we turn to the side facing the camera here, which is my right side. And then using our opposing hand, we lift ourselves all the way back up into our seat and then turn to tuck our feet up underneath us as we come back to our Sukhasana pose. I like to do reclined Savasana. I just have a difficult time with my back doing a lot of poses. I do the best I can. And I hope that it's okay for you. I don't mind it. I love it. I wish I could do more of it. So we all bring ourselves back to a seated position. And as we prepare to wrap up our class today, we come to prayer, hands at our chest as we bow to each other and say namaste, that the yogi in me honors and recognizes the yogi in you. And then we come to rise. Before we end, I have a journal question for you. In the beginning, we talked about the shadow aspect of self and how we have beliefs, behaviors, and characteristics and all these things that we don't want to admit to, we don't want to accept. But in reality, this is where some of our greatest strengths are. Through this practice today, what have you discovered to be as your greatest strength, right? Where within you are you beginning to discover where your greatest personal power lies? Now, traditionally, we journal 3 to 5 pages. You can do more or less, whatever feels good to you. But after all the hard work that you did today, I invite you to take this class to the completion and journal out all the positive things that you've discovered about yourself. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining me today. I truly appreciate your time. I hope you enjoyed the class. Please like the video, and if you would also please subscribe, I would be so grateful, as this is a brand new channel and I've been working very hard to continue bringing content, and I hope that it's making a difference in your life. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. Have a wonderful day. Brightest blessings and namaste, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye, everyone, and thank you.